Hi, welcome to Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries, presented by Arbitrary Hero. I am your Dungeon Master, Cameron, playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. I'm so excited to play with them again. Today, I'm asking my friends to introduce themselves and their characters with this question: what have you been up to? It's been a little while since we've played. So, out of character, just what have you been up to this past basically summer? First, the defender of his group being thrown for a furry loop, the fighting wolfman. It's our master of battle, Roland. Roland, well, how's your summer been, Nate?
I forgot you updated these. I love the new intros.
It's because we played one game. We were on a 3-month hiatus. We played one game, and then we've been on another 3-month hiatus, unbeknownst to the audience.
Yeah.
Cameron said time.
Yeah, Cameron said time. So yeah, I am Nate. I play Roland. He's a human fighter. And let's see, in my real life, we have been traveling and hosting a lot of people. Some of these people included or to be included. So yeah, we've been hitting up a bunch of places of the country, and it's been a great time. A lot of photo ops and good memories all around. So
yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. But good waste of time.
She started a brand new church, and her baby god she will not allow you to besmirch. Her psychic blades will protect you. It's the dark angelic rogue Alu. Alu played by Shuri. Shuri, how has your summer been?
It's good. It's been freaking crazy busy. I got to spend a lot of time with my niece, which was great. I was in a show, which was fucking amazing.
Nice. This was Beauty and the Beast, right?
No, Beauty and the Beast was like a year ago.
What was this one?
We did Women Rock this summer. It was like a rock show, so I had 5 songs and we just singing, not like no acting.
I'll point out that this was like a legit rock concert, and like she got paid real like good money for this. Like,
Are you a professional rock star?
That's awesome.
Now.
It sounds like it.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
That's really cool.
And we just got a new deck, which is awesome because our old one was trying to actively kill us and our pets and anyone who, visited.
Or will visit soon.
Or will visit soon, yeah. So you can enjoy our new deck, Nate. It's going to be great.
Excellent. I look forward to keeping my life.
I know, right?
I mean,
this time.
we'll see.
Might just keep a couple of the old pieces of the deck just for me.
We'll see.
Here, hold this.
Got other ideas.
It's already been hauled away. No splinters for you.
Excellent.
The clever trap maker of his new home, Waterdeep's favorite little inventing gnome. He'll save the day with what's in his pocket. It's future mad magical artificer Sprocket. Sprocket played by Danny. Danny, how's life been for you?
Oh, man, you know what? Fuck everything else that's happened to me up until this day, because earlier today I met Adam Savage. I made him a dog because he knew he was coming to town, and he loved it! I got like 3 handshakes from him, and he was impressed by the thing I made!
And if you go to Adam Savage's Instagram, you'll see Danny on it. Yeah.
First picture, and then there's a picture of the dog. I've never seen him post a picture of the dog separately, but yeah.
Cool.
Oh my god, I touched the sun and was not burned.
Here comes the story.
Amazing.
I need to chime in on that because literally Adam Savage was also just here on Cape Cod, and my mom served him coffee at Starbucks.
Oh, that's incredible.
And she was like, just chatting with him. She was like, you kind of remind me of that guy, Adam Savage. We love him. And he was like, I am Adam Savage. And she was like, well, that would explain why you look like him. She had no idea that.
And for the record, internet, she also said that he's very handsome in person.
He's very handsome in person, and he's really, really kind.
Agreed.
So, Adam Savage, we love you. You're amazing, and we are really happy to know that you're actually a decent human in real life.
Yeah, super cool.
Always good to find out.
Sponsor the channel, Adam Savage.
Yeah. I tried to let him know, like, hey, if you want to see this dog, I made it, but it happened. Talking to her happened real quick, but
that's awesome though.
Congrats, Danny. That's cool, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It feels incredible.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Blowing up trees and buildings like a dragon, broke but still carrying more cash than an armored wagon. To defy her magic would be folly. The future-sighted wizardess Holly. Holly Reesgo, delicately played by the lovely Hannah. Hannah, how has your summer been?
Busy. We've been doing a lot of traveling. which has been fun. And I've seen the Barbie movie, I think, like 2 or 3 times for the summer. So
Wins all around.
it's
a good
all
movie.
around.
It's a good
It
movie.
is. Ryan Gosling deserves the Oscar.
Yeah,
That's right.
he-
Give the award from the Barbie movie to a man.
I do like that he has been like method acting, except that it's just made him happier.
Yeah.
As opposed to like a nightmare to work with. He's like, I'm stuck in Ken mode and I can't stop and I don't want to.
Yeah.
Look, I know Ryan Gosling is a heartthrob. He's gorgeous. He's awesome. He's lovely. I have a crush on him too. But
Yeah.
don't forget, everybody, he was a liability in the secondary for the Titans.
Absolutely, he
He pulled
was.
for that game.
Yeah.
So just so
Uh-huh.
you guys know, just putting that out there.
What?
Remember the Titans? He was a
Oh.
player on that team.
Yeah. He
And
got
he
pulled
was-
from the last championship game.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I figured he just needed to pick me up after Blade
Yeah.
Runner.
Moving on to our very own Ken. He loves to swing his magical sword. With his wife's killer, he'd like to have a ward. Oh, that's a slant rhyme, but okay.
That is a
Mistaken for a
slanted rhyme.
drow now and then. It's the ranging wood elf Fen. Fen, played by our own Ken Ian. Ian, how's everything been on your end? Obviously, we got, if everyone has been paying attention to your camera view, things are looking a little different.
Yeah, I leveled up.
Well, high def.
What have I been doing this summer? Well, like I told you guys, festival circuit, Burning Man, that's me.
Burning Man.
I was there.
You stuck in the mud like them?
Fuck
Yeah.
no. Stay away from that. This is what I've been doing all summer, to the extent that I can. I've been getting shots. all
Honing
summer.
your
That's
skills.
It. I got nothing else interesting going on. So
Which, if people like seeing photographs, Ian's been sharing his on the Discord. Tanner and Raheem, like the three of you, I'd say are like the best photographers on the Discord. But we've all been
Yeah.
sharing our stuff as we took them. Yeah, it's been really good. I am totally off my groove, so I forgot to click through everyone's profile when I do those segues. That's A-okay. Once I was but a mortal man named Wilhelm before I was a DM, and my summer's been pretty good too. We did last year we traveled a lot, and we said, okay, this year we're going to travel less. And I feel like that didn't happen.
You lied.
But it's been good.
Yeah.
And then next month we're going to New York City, like mid-October. I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah,
So,
it's gonna be so much fun.
our current campaign is Waterdeep Dragonheist set in the City of Splendor. Last time we played, a couple things happened. If you remember, you all saw that Ollie, the blue dragon wormling, with his blue dragon intellect, had hacked the system, and he'd been leveraging the ghost Priya's powers to age himself and help him grow. So he is now a young blue dragon. He's a big, big boy.
Yep.
You also realize that Silgar, the goldfish that Sprocket took from Xanathar when Sprocket took the eye, was still in your house.
I forgot that we stole Al Capone's house pet.
But
We got a perfect plan to get it back. Don't worry about it.
yeah, Sprocket and Alu and everyone, I think, because Fen, you went to meet your Bregan Dareth contact, came up with a plan with Roland on this fake fight. You have the beginnings of like a plan to, I believe, essentially blame someone else for the theft and then fake some or all of your deaths and give Silgar back to a Xanathar's guild person that you know, so they get the credit for rescuing him. So like, you guys still have some details to work out there, but I think that's like the gist.
Yeah, I think we're going to pin it on Bram and make it seem like he stole it initially, and he was just in our tavern looking for Roland, and one of you guys even disguised at it while we free this one Xanathar's guy from the brig who's going to grab it and then return it, and he'll get brownie points, and in turn, we'll get brownie points with him, if I remember.
Yes. Yeah.
Hopefully. We will roll bad, and it'll all turn to shit.
Fen, so your contact, JB Nevercott, said he was going to reach out to the Xanathar's guildie that you wanted to work with, which I'm going to go find that name super quick. Gnarl Zabrindus. JB Nevercott is reaching out to Gnarl Zabrindis, who is actually a Bregan member who has infiltrated the Xanathar's Guild, who's going to be your contact for getting this news to Xanathar.
Totally remember that.
At the same time,
Absolutely.
Fen, JB Nevercott told you that Ott Steeltoes, the dwarven, essentially like housekeeper for Xanathar, or what do you call him? Like, what's a fish sitter? A fish sitter? Aquarium dude?
He's the pet sitter.
Yeah.
It was the equivalent of Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Yes.
He tend aquariums.
Fish.
Yeah. He was like, after Silgar went missing, Ott's been like scrambling around the city looking for him, and he got picked up by Zhentarim thugs. When you learned that, Alu, you used that as an opportunity to go to the Doom Raiders. You went and visited Davil Starsong in jail, and then you went to the Yawning Portal, where you saw that someone else is in charge of the Doom Raiders now that Davil is taken. We call her Ma'am Shun.
Ma'am
I
Shun.
remember that now.
Yeah.
Speaking of post, I really hope that in the edit we punch into Hannah's face when you said fish sitter.
Is there a better word, Hannah? Is there a better word? It's like dog sitter, but for fish.
It's just a pet sitter, baby. You're
Okay,
overthinking it.
but specifically a fish.
It was so judgy. It was great. It was great.
Pescatarian.
I'm just glad we have
Yeah,
a record
caregiver.
for posterity. That's all.
We just have to remember the hit film Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. He was a professional
Also,
aquarium guy.
Fish sitter is a really dangerous
No,
word
that
to
works.
try to say
Okay.
in public.
Here is ready for the actual word, an
Yes.
aquarist.
An aquarist.
An
don't like it.
aquarist.
Fish sitter is better.
What time of the year do you have to be born to have that sign?
Yeah. Aquarist is rising in the 7th house.
Are you okay?
Age of aquarist.
I don't like it. But yeah, so the true leader of the Doom Raiders, you found out, is a clone of Manshun. And here's like where we get deep into the recap lore because it's been so long. Manshun is the original leader of the Zhentarim. Hundreds of years old. Dead.
Yeah.
But he, as a powerful wizard, would clone himself over and over. And the clone spell normally works where you clone yourself, you get a body that's essentially an inanimate object, there's no life in it, and then when you die, your soul gets sucked into the new body. That's how magical cloning works. Manshun was stocking up clones as like safety measures, as contingency plans, and something went wrong with the magic a couple hundred years ago, and all his clones started waking up at the same time, and they all instinctually want to kill each other. So you learned that there is a Manshun clone in charge of the bulk of the Zhentarim and Waterdeep, and there is this female clone that is in charge of the Doom Raiders, and she's the one that gave you information on this interrogation house where Ott Steeltoes is. So we're punching back in on Waterdeep in this alley where you essentially, the very last session was you came in and you massacred these thugs. They didn't stand a chance. I think you all were flexing your new level up and all that stuff. You killed a bunch of thugs. You captured 2 Zhentarim, Averine Winddriver, and Zorbog Gyrekoth. You found in a nest of flying snakes, you found a letter directed to Zorbog, signed by Manshun. It told Zorbog to go get the usual gang and go kidnap someone named Feneris Stormcastle who lives on Quill Alley. And you rescued Ott Steeltoes. So we're picking things back up. Essentially, the fighting's gone down. You've searched these people. I think on Averine, you found a particular amulet. An interesting amulet. It's like a silver disc with the letters DK on it. And yeah, what do you all want to do now that we have finished our... probably the longest recap I've done in this campaign.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a long gap. So we have these 2 guys. Do we have them subdued yet? Like
Yes.
Okay. Are they unconscious?
No, they're both conscious. They like you basically in a single like before a single round was over, you killed everyone in the other room, kicked down the
Yeah.
door. I think Sprocket laid some grease down, and you like quickly pinned these two people.
Yeah, that's starting to sound familiar. Okay. They are conscious, but they are in custody. Should we leave? Should we skedaddle?
I'd like to take a look at that amulet, see if I can
Yeah. Okay.
deduce anything about
Should
that.
we, maybe we should take a look around to remind ourselves what the hell we're doing here.
Yeah, yeah. Sprocket, you have a couple options if you want to look at the amulet. Does someone know the identify spell, or do you want to do like an arcana check, or do you want to do a history check, maybe an investigation? Your kind of dealer's choice here.
I don't have identify.
I got that one. I could try with an arcana, but then if that doesn't work, I can spend 10 minutes casting identify as a ritual.
Yeah, give me an arcana check.
All right, just quick
We can
cursory
start there
glance.
first.
Oh boy, baby, that's gonna be all right. 27.
Yeah, with 27, you can
Danny's
tell
back, baby.
that
Mhm.
this is definitely magical, and it is something that is keyed to some location in the city. It's essentially you can deduce that this is like what you'd call a pass amulet, which is if a wizard or someone is setting up like a force field around a structure or some sort of invisible barrier, wearing this would allow you to pass through that.
Is there a way for us to identify, like, can we use it as a homing beacon?
Theoretically you could, but this would involve one person without the amulet walking around until they smash into something, and then the other person with the amulet walking and confirming if that's the right thing. So you could do this, but this is like trying to find a place in like New York City using that method.
Is there a note that says wherever you go, what's
you are.
the place is your home? Like the doll from Dark Souls 3?
No.
Irithyll. Wherever you go, Irithyll is your home. The sun always set, or the moon always rises in Irithyll.
It all comes back to Irithyll, baby.
Yeah.
Hi, Mega Stuff.
Well, is this dude still alive? We can just ask him. Like, hey, where's this amulet? Where are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Averine, you found the amulet on her, but she hasn't been saying much. But Zorbog has been pretty like just wants to get out of here. He'll say whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm. He'll say whatever he needs to say to get out of here, but that doesn't mean he's being truthful.
That is correct.
All right. Well, we can at least ask him, maybe get an idea. Okay, so Roland will turn to him and point to the amulet and says, "What does this thing go to?"
He looks at that and he says, I don't know. I didn't have one myself. I'm not sure what that's for. If you want to give me an insight, you can. Whoever wants to give me an insight.
I don't think so.
I asked, so I will roll the insight.
Guidance.
Lies.
Still pretty good, 20. I'll throw the guidance on there, I guess. Just
Yeah, throw it on there. See what happens.
27.
Yeah, he's
23.
100% lying.
Rolling hot.
Like,
Okay.
It's he looks from you're like looking at his body language and everything. You can tell he's frightened. He's trying to come up with anything to save him, but he's also clearly afraid of this information. It's like the repercussions for sharing this information. He looks kind of nervously at Averine.
So, are we reading between the lines here, and he's afraid of what Averine might report him saying?
It's up to you how you interpret that.
That's my concern, is that he'd tell us if he didn't have witnesses.
You can take him into the other room.
Well, she's awake. She'll know what happened when we finally when things go to shit. She'll know what was him. Like,
True.
yeah. All right, what do we want to do with this here?
Hey, Cameron,
Yes.
can I use my psychic whispers on him? Because I can speak to him telepathically. He doesn't actually have to move his mouth.
You absolutely can use your psychic whispers.
I am going to use my psychic whispers and like not in front of him, so like somewhere out of his eyesight, just as nefariously as possible, start whispering in his brain.
Yeah, what are you whispering?
Asking questions. We know you're lying.
That's not a question.
It's not, no, like,
We
He's
know
setting
you're
up
lying.
pretext to the
oh
question.
yeah, we know you're lying.
We know you're lying?
Give us the information we seek. It shall
Gotcha.
not go well with you.
This, by
Yeah.
the way, is why I will only be married temporarily.
Roll me an intimidate check. I'll say with advantage. He's pretty scared, and now you're like shooting thoughts into his brain. Roll me an intimidation check.
If I can see her staring him down,
advantage.
I'll throw a guidance on there too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I could tell her intimidation face.
Do it with intimidation. All right. And I roll it twice because it won't give me the.
And then roll a d4 and add it.
Also, Kristen was talking about my dog earlier, so just want to make that clear to the internet.
For the record, leave that part out.
Just in
Cameron.
case.
Cut that comment out. Just leave it to the internet speculation.
Okay. So with a 16,
Hell
yeah, you hear a voice in your head. Lathander? Is that you?
Yes.
Does Alu have any idea who that is?
100%. You don't even need to make a roll for it. Lathander is the god of the morning and the light. He's like your classic good deity. Not quite a Jesus allegory, but like if there's a stereotypical paladin who worships the light and wants to bring justice, they probably worship Lathander.
I think Alu wouldn't quite claim Lathander, but if she knows who that is, does she know of someone specifically that, in a similar capacity, that serves that, like a lesser god that
Like a
serves?
minor deity.
Yeah, someone that knows that deity's will.
Or a messenger, like a messenger.
So you're the
angel.
rat baby.
Yeah, I'm Gabriel. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not God. I'm Gabriel.
Yeah, you could the first prophet of Lathander was Ryester of Silvery Moon. Silvery Moon is a city and a kingdom up north. I just put that in the Roll20 chat.
Oh yeah, I've been there in a different campaign. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, so that's who Alu would claim to be.
Okay. Zorbog in his head, Panic says,
The will of.
I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have gotten in with these people. I've just been in a bad way. My mom's been sick. My dog's dead. I just needed some
My
money.
truck went away.
Yeah, my truck ran away.
I love it.
I repent. I repent all my wicked ways. Please. Just get me
She
out of
would-
here.
And
She would
confess your
probably-
latest sin of
That's
lying.
exactly what Alu would be saying. She'd basically be like, "You will be forgiven. Confess your sins."
Yeah.
Zorbog
all.
says
Your latest sin has been a lie. What is the truth?
He says that's the amulet's a pass amulet. It'll let someone through the force field at Kolat Towers.
Got it.
Do I have to say that out loud? Aviran will kill me.
No. She'd be like, "No, you are forgiven. Your heart is pure."
You
And
all see Zorbog. He just starts muttering a mantra. You all would recognize it as one of the popular like Lathander hymns kind of thing.
Okay.
Is there anything?
So for the rest of us, we just saw this guy have kind of like an emotional meltdown,
Break
but
down,
not say
yeah.
a word.
Yeah. He's just like, our God is an awesome God.
Oh my god.
You mean?
He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God.
I love
Cameron
it.
just keeps the lyrics to that open on his second screen. Just so
Yeah.
you guys know.
never know when I'm gonna need it.
Applicable. How do you not know this? So history check on Kolat Towers, is that something that we would all be familiar with that in the city?
I will let if you say that out loud, or if you want to regroup and do it, you could roll a history check, but it's not something you'd be familiar with necessarily.
Well, yeah. She's not gonna do that in this room. She'll do that separately. Anything else that the team wants to address? I think that like Ollie would, signal roll in, basically being like,
We got it.
yeah, like I think we got what we need.
Okay. All right.
So-
What'd you say?
I was gonna say, so we can assume the rest of their faction is operating out of there. So we just go, and that's probably where they're keeping the hostage, right?
Which hostage?
I don't remember their names. The one informant that we're trying to release.
You were trying to rescue Ott Steeltoes, which you have. He's here.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I thought there was someone here, but then what do we need from the hideout? Because I'm trying to piece it all back together.
You don't necessarily need anything from the hideout, but since it's been a while,
Oh, here
Yes,
we
wow.
please help us.
go. Here we go.
if we go back to the board class, if we look at the Zhentarim, the notes indicate that they might have one of the Eyes of Golorr. When they kidnapped Reiner Neverember, they took his locket. And at the time, Reiner didn't know there was an eye in there, but recently you all have learned that his father left him an eye in the locket of his mother. When she passed away, it passed on to Reiner, and there was an eye in the locket that's now no longer there. And he had been
Did we
kidnapped by the
find the
Zhentarim. No, you never found the locket. This shit goes all the way back to chapter 1 when you were looking for Floon, and it turned
my
out that they
God.
kidnapped someone that it's a tangled web. I wish I had like a big cork board so I could tie like red string. That should be my background.
That would be-
tangled webs we weave when
Yeah.
first we practice to deceive.
I do feel like
Oh,
with
did you
how
write
long
that?
this campaign has gone on, we do need one of those. Like our
Yeah.
brain, I take pretty good notes, but still, my brain can't make the connection between what I wrote and what it means.
Yeah, it's the pauses have definitely. That's why I'm kind of. I'm not going to
Enough
say
some slack
spoofing.
here.
Letting you. I'm
Facilitating
letting you
a little bit.
peek at teachers'
Yeah.
notes.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I guess
Open note
so.
test.
Make sure that we have searched everything. And Roland, you've searched everyone, correct?
Yes, you all have searched everyone.
Okay. Then we will probably take our intended target.
Yes, definitely.
Which,
And then-
a quick reminder, Ott Steeltoes, when we ended the last session, he's under the impression that you are Xanathar people. He doesn't know who you are. He thinks that Xanathar sent you to rescue him, just so you're not, like,
Yeah.
accidentally giving up that ruse. You can choose to do so if you want, but
Yeah.
I don't want to gotcha you.
Yeah, I think we don't want to. We want him kind of like in the dark, just knowing he's been rescued. And I don't think that we necessarily, I don't think we've revealed or want to reveal that we were specifically here to rescue him. That's just like coincidence. Like we
Yeah.
were
How
here
about that?
Yeah, we're just beating up these
for
guys.
other reasons, and I guess we rescued you.
Yeah, Ott spits up some blood. Fancy meeting you in a place like this.
Yeah, who rescued who? Really?
Here's to you, kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're gonna take Ott back with us because that's the whole reason we rescued him in the first place.
Correct.
You want to take
Alright.
him back to the inn?
Yeah.
Well,
we-
I thought he was supposed to be a character, like he's supposed to witness the fight.
Yeah,
and then
but if we
ultimately
take him
take-
back to where a known person, like the known kidnappers are, and say, yeah, come hang out with us here, it's going to look pretty sus.
No,
So
I'm
we
not
should-
saying right away. I'm just saying like eventually that's our end goal is to like heist him. Like we're rescuing him. We're taking him with us back to
Mhm.
the tavern.
Yeah, eventually to like do the scene,
Right.
but
In
yeah.
a way that it's staged,
Well-
but you won't know that it's staged.
Hmm.
Well, if we got him here, we can just take him there now and try to get Silgar out of here. Because Silgar's still at the tavern and Xanathar knows it.
Right, but we have it all set up where like that's the point, but we need to do it where Bran, and Roland have a fight.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so like the Bran is the one who has Silgar, and that's why Ott needs to be there to see the fight and Silgar and be like, that's Silgar.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the point.
Cool,
So
I think we can set that up then, can't we?
So
Myself-
this might be a dumb question, but why are we doing this instead of looking for the eye? Is
because
this
we
gonna
have
help
a
us
mafia
find the eye at all?
boss's favorite pet as a byproduct of our raid to get his stuff, and we kind of want him to like not try and constantly devote resources to killing us.
Yeah, Silgar's
We're
a huge
trying
liability.
to, yeah. So we're trying
Why
to,
can't I just return the fish with a little bit of money?
because that's
Not worth.
probably not going to
Yeah.
be enough.
So it's been a while since the last session. Xanathar is a beholder. They are essentially, as a species, all homicidal, xenophobic
Narcissists,
maniacs.
yeah.
They are
Yeah.
the supreme narcissists. For Xanathar to care about anything other than him is a like freak of nature situation. That shouldn't be the case. The one thing that Xanathar cares about more than himself is this fish, and he saw someone vaguely take it, and he very likely has the magical ability to locate that fishbowl, and it's been at your house for like the past 2 days. So the thinking from the last session by the party was that there's a very good chance that Xanathar is going to try and kill everyone within like a 3-block radius of where Silgar was last seen.
So it's like if you stole KFC from Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you give it back, he's going to want revenge for
Yeah.
you stealing it the
He's gonna
first
be
spot.
petty and gross about it.
And organize a raid on the palace and all of those things.
But
So-
Hannah, to your point, Gnarl Zabrindis is the witness that you all were talking about getting. It's going to take a couple hours or so for him to even like get located and get brought to the inn to witness this fake fight and handoff and all that stuff. You do have time to do other things before you need to like go back to the manor and complete your ruse.
So really, we just need to find a way for Roland to split off, and whoever is going to play Bran to split off. So that way he doesn't see us like transforming disguises or whatever.
Well, you also don't like you don't need to unless I'm misunderstanding something. I don't know that there's a strong reason to keep Ott with you this whole time.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh yeah, I guess we can say meet us at this. Yeah, meet us at the
Yeah,
inn.
meet us at the tavern.
We have a lead on.
for you.
Yeah, we have a lead, but keep this to yourself. We don't want to create too much of a presence
You
for this to go down.
You could also send him as another way to try and get in touch with Gnarl, just to have like 2 avenues of getting information to him.
Okay, maybe that's what we do. Everybody else cool with that?
Hell yeah.
Okay, then maybe that's what we'll do. We'll send him to Gnarl, and I guess let him know that we have
That we believe it will be at this location.
at this time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We've heard word on the street that some Bram fellow is bragging about a big job he did.
Yeah.
We know he's going to be there.
Ott's eyes like open up wide when you say that. He says, "You think Silgar's going to be there?"
I've heard it's of the slippery kind of deals.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, no, this would be good. Listen, I mean, I can't go back to Xanathar empty-handed. That would be not good. I mean, you guys know, like everyone knows, right, about the fish. But This time he
Yeah.
saw the fish get taken. Normally we just swap them out, but we can't do that this time. He says, "Okay, yeah, I can go tell Gnarl. Well, I'll get a hold of him. He Xanathar's being super paranoid anyway, and Gnarl's a drow, so yeah, I can go do that. And you all could, if you want to escort Ott like to the sewers, you could get him safely below the city level and that stuff to where he can find his way. You can feel confident that he can find his way back to the HQ.
Before we leave, maybe I'm debating on whether or not we threaten our two captives just so they like get motivated to free themselves. I don't know.
You also should remember, it has been a while. Some of you have the law on your side.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we could just turn them in because they are probably known criminals now.
I think that's a good idea.
All right.
Yeah, I'm friends with Johnny Law.
Then yeah, I think maybe
the law and it won. So. On this.
So maybe Sprocket and myself will go turn them in.
Yeah. You that can be a quick trip. It's your choice.
Collect the reward.
I feel like you have 3 choices here. You could go to the Order of the Silver Gauntlet, you could go to the Grey Hands, or you could go to the Lord's Alliance.
Well, Grey Hands are my faction.
Who wants? Yeah, it's when you're at dinner.
Credit?
Yeah, when you're at dinner and everyone's got Venmo, and who puts it on their card for the points? Who wants the points?
I think Danny gets the points this time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, hell yeah. Cool. Yeah, we can go turn them into the Silver Hand or the Silver Fist.
For all those fucking 20s.
Rocket.
Yeah, because I haven't done any faction things so far. I got 1 quest for him right now, but otherwise I've just wrecked Jelzar's lab.
Yeah, you go to the Halls of Justice. Again, not that much trouble. You turn in Averine and Zorbog. You report what happened. Do you give like all the details, or like what are you?
I'm just gonna tell them up to the point that we found these guys in an unrelated raid and thought they'd be better served behind bars. Not telling them why we were there or our elaborate ruse.
Yeah, so you're gonna pick up.
I'm trying my best.
You're gonna pick up 200 gold, Sprocket, for their bounties. Zorbog's bounty was 50 gold. Avarine's was 150, and they'll get prosecuted and all that stuff. And yeah, you get some more recognition with the Order of the Silver Gauntlet. And
I will pass the rest of the gold out to everyone else and just divide that up. You 40 gold apiece?
Yeah.
Cool.
And now that we are alone sons, all of the people that were in that room that aren't our team, Alu would share we kept that locket.
Everyone had 40 gold, by the way. I'm just going to hand that off now.
And by the way,
Thank
Danny
you.
should run for office.
Uh-huh.
Would you like him to run for office, please?
But Alu would share that the tower was the location that is protected by this.
Yeah, everyone can give me a history check regarding Kolat Towers.
All right.
Love history. Not great.
Yeah,
13
Sprocket,
based on history.
you haven't really heard of it. Same with Alu and Fen.
Whatever. I fucking majored in history.
Holly and Roland.
Yeah, Holly and Roland have your. Well, it makes sense. You're Waterdeep kids. You've heard about it for 2 different reasons. Let's see. You both have heard that Kolat Towers once belonged to 2 eccentric brothers, Dulark and Alcidor Kolat. Dulark Kolat and Alcidor Kolat. Both of them were wizards. Over time, the brothers discovered new ways to harness magic, but Dulark became paranoid that others might steal their secrets, so he encased Kolat Towers in a magical force field. Dulark's paranoia continued to grow until he suspected Alcidor of selling their secrets, Alcidor left the tower, never to return again. Dulark was a recluse that died in his own fortress. But the thing that Hollyries, you know that you're with your work by the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors, that on this site, before the Kolat brothers bought it, this was a small library owned by that order.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I can relay all of that information to everyone, and then if
I
able
helped.
to see if there are any like old books or anything still around,
Old
hidden away.
Like you want to see if there's records of the tower?
Oh, the tower used to be a library, you said.
Yes. Owned
Okay,
by
sorry.
the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors.
Got it. Yeah. Nope. Then I'm good.
How does Roland know Kolat Towers?
I think you've just heard about it as a kid, Roland. Like you've heard the same stuff about the Wizard Brothers and all that stuff. You just heard it as like
I heard it as like,
playground
don't go there, they'll
stories.
snatch you up if you're not careful. Like,
Yeah.
I heard
It's
a friend of
crazy
a
old
friend
man
from the other school, from a friend in Canada, got his friend disappeared by those towers when they were 12.
Ding Dong Ditch Crew.
Yeah. You gotta ring the doorbell and run away, and if you survive, you're in the gang.
Hannah, if you want to redo your
That's how
note,
it worked in my day.
the task that you have, the Lord's Alliance said the Zents are courting a red wizard of Thay named Elsloon Bezant, trying to add his gang of thugs to their ranks. All we know about him is that he fled his homeland a few years back and is too smart to get caught doing anything illegal. He and his gang of bullies prowl the dock wards, scuttle the deal, and do it fast. That's what you know about it.
What time of day is it?
I feel
morning?
like by now it's probably noonish. By the time you finish up dropping people off and everything, it's about noon.
Okay. Well, because so our whole charade is going to go down tonight, right?
Yes.
Cool. Well, if we got some time, I'd love to check out the tavern at Lane's End Tavern, I think it is. Shift's End Tavern. Because I know there's been some muggings and disappearances, or some muggings of guards there. If we got some time, I'd like to maybe ask Roland if he wants to go check it out.
I think if we have time, yeah.
Because what time did we say tell our guy to meet us at the tavern? The Troll Skull.
It's probably like you wanted a bunch of witnesses, so probably you'd ask like 8 or so at night. You've got time.
Okay.
But we also don't want everyone to be blown to hell, so
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all are cool with it, I'd like to swing by the other tavern.
Let's do it.
Just ask around. Cool. Shift's End, I think it was called.
Yeah, so you are going to make your way up to the field ward. Up north, this is like the most remote part of the city. A lot of people don't even really consider it part of Waterdeep proper, even though it's definitely inside like the city walls and all that stuff. Up there,
Norwood.
yeah, or like Staten Island.
Yeah.
Staten Island.
For people who don't live in Cincinnati their entire lives.
Yeah, so the assignment given to you, Sprocket, was guards at the Endshift Tavern, located on Endshift Street in the Field Ward, are being robbed nightly, and the innkeeper says he's seen giant rats prowling around the back alleys. So this might be the sort of thing you could keep watch here, but it sounds like it's also a nighttime activity.
Yeah, so
Well, if we walk by the area and they're talking about giant rats, I'd just like to kind of examine.
I don't know if they
around.
exist.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'll say this. Let's have everyone can
You
make a
rascal,
choice
you.
here. You can make either a perception check, an investigation check, or a persuasion check if you're like talking with people and whatever. You're basically you're kind of canvassing the area, trying to get any leads. It sounds like, is that correct, Sprocket?
Yeah. Just ask the
Yeah.
people who's here if they know anything, and then we can come back later if we have to. Oh, baby! Oh, I am rolling hot.
What we got? No whammies. Crap.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's better.
Yeah, that's pretty
It
good.
just doesn't. Oh, my dice says 4, but my text entry says 19. Okay.
Fuck
My
you,
dice
Hasbro.
says 4, but my heart says 19.
Where's your dice on roll 20? It says 15 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that me too. That was
So-
Isn't
weird.
that your whatever? Isn't that your +4, Nate? So you would have rolled a 15.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Al,
Mine says 4, though.
starting with the lowest, Alu with a 16. You're looking around the crowd. You're not really seeing anything out of the ordinary here. It's not as big of a crowd as it is elsewhere in the city, but it is daytime. You are seeing that, there is, around the End Shift Tavern, there are a lot of guards around here. Next lowest, Roland with a 19 perception. You, out of the corner of your eye, you see someone you think is familiar, a little halfling you think is familiar, but by the time you realize it, they're gone.
Double takes and they were around the corner, huh?
Holly with a 24 persuasion check. You're buying drinks at the tavern, getting everyone lubed up, and they're talking about these street urchin kids have been coming around buying drinks for guards and stuff. That's been weird. One of the other guards nearby says he doesn't think they're kids. He thinks they might just be gnomes. And they get into a real conversation about West Coast ethnocentric standards of beauty.
Okay.
Spev with a 26. You don't find anything in the tavern itself, but you hear what everyone else reports. You hear Roland talk about the halfling. You hear Holly talk about the short people arrived and stuff. And you remember a conversation Roland had earlier today because some of your employees didn't show up for work today. And they, when Roland was asking about it, the people that were there said that they were running some errands in the field ward.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So our
employees are stealing. I mean,
We should really pay 'em
mostly
more.
Always okay with that.
The other thing that confirms this, I'll say, especially because you got a higher than a 25 on your investigation sprocket, you hear amongst the chatter, you and Holly both got higher than 20s. You hear amongst the chatter that the name Shard Shutters get passed around, which is the Snow Beetles. That was their gang name.
So they're kind of working behind our backs to have a little side hustle, a little side gang work. I will kind of discreetly tell it to pass this information on to the rest of the group and be like, should we really say something to it? Because, I mean, if I'm pretty low on the Silver Hands list, they're going to start sending bigger, stronger folks, and I don't think our rat friends, the Shutter Shards, are going to survive the whole fury of the Silver Hand. So we were just going to... Maybe we should talk to them when we get back.
I think that's a good idea. Alu will have a word. Alu and Roland will probably have a word because Roland's like big brother, but Alu's like fury monster.
And maybe we should start paying them more. I don't know. I've never been on the business finance side, but if they're stealing on the side, then that's probably not good.
Yeah, do a little good cop, mom cop.
Yep. Good cop, mom cop. I like
All
it.
blart, mall cop.
Apparently Roland and Alu are good cop and mom cop.
Yeah.
Is that a
That
Paul
feels
Blart
right.
Joke?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing but deep cuts.
Oh, thank God for editing.
So so Sprocket, I mean, you at least I think have a good understanding of the situation. It's up to you if you want to deal with it here or if you want to go back to work and deal with it there. Yeah, however you want. But I mean, this errand only took you probably half an hour to get up here and maybe another half an hour to dig around. So you still got quite some time before you gotta get back to the Troll Skull Alley for your big show.
Cool. That's the only thing on my agenda. So I'll probably talk to them when we get back because I feel like it better make a scene not here, but somewhere quiet and private. And I'll guide them to you.
I'm pretty sure that that Manshun is in the tower, the Kolat Tower.
Yeah, we could talk about that for a second.
I have notes that say, I mean, we talked to the other Manshun, right? We met one Manshun. I forgot which
Mamshun.
Mamshun.
Yes.
Why does everybody in this universe sound like somebody from fucking Mortal Kombat?
I mean, because Mortal Kombat's the same sort of theme. Crazy magic world. So Kolat Towers, so you know, is down here. You figured out where that is. But yeah, you'd feel pretty confident that Manshun is there.
Realm.
Yeah. And we know that the Mamshun and Manshun are those different names?
Yes. They are.
Okay.
They are both clones of the original Manshun. And by their nature, they it's really weird in a magical sense for someone to have a clone of themselves active while they're still alive. It's bizarre the way this universe works with how souls are a real tangible thing in this universe. Cloning is you essentially create a body that you can move a soul into. For two of your clones to be up and about is weird because that's has weird implications for what's happening to the soul between those two bodies. Manshun, on top of that, it was an egomaniacal tyrant. So he, any of his clones are going to have that personality trait. They fundamentally want to kill each other, so there's only one left. So that's why Mamshun was willing to work with you all to kill this other clone, so she can take over the Zhentarim.
We don't know the original Manshun, right? He's the current head of the Zhentarim.
The original, no, you would...
No, I mean, sorry, the current clone, not the original, but the other Manshun that Mamshun.
The scheduled clone.
Yeah. Well, none of them are scheduled. So there's something. Hold on. Yeah, fucking. Why am I giving you this shit for free? Give me some goddamn history checks.
I would love to. Just assume Sprocket knows all history forever. Yeah, he does. 27. Yeah.
Love it.
I'm not even gonna roll. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna roll.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. I'm a nerd.
Just to see if I know anything, just for fun.
I would not know.
Alu and Holly were busy getting laid in high school. They were not.
We were part of the Hot Chicks crew.
Yeah. Okay. So
Nice. Never was one of those.
Sprocket, and Sprocket knows this, and this is essentially Sprocket nerding out and relaying to everyone else.
The whole time walking through town, I'm just spouting Waterdeep facts.
Manshun was born in 1229. He died in 1370, so he's been dead for 100 years. He was 141 when he died, and he was resurrected as multiple clones. He was the Lord of Zhentil Keep over in the Moon Sea, so if we're on the Sword Coast, over out east is the Moon Sea, which is an offset of the Sea of Fallen Stars. Zhentil Keep is a city, and the Zhentarim was originally, I mean, it's like the Mafia. They were a security organization out in the hinterlands to help ranchers and farmers protect their property, and they grew into this mercenary force, and then the Black Network and stuff. He was a crazy good wizard. He
Vigo the Carpathian.
Basically. when he died, about a dozen of his clones were awakened at once. He had clones stashed kind of all over the place. And normally only one is supposed to wake up. Something really weird happened, and for him, a dozen of them woke up. Each of his clones was convinced he was the real Manchun, and they're inexplicably compelled to slay his rivals. I guess not inexplicably. It's very explainable. If you think you're the real Manchun and you are the inheritor to this like empire, you're going to kill your rivals. Most of the clones perished in resulting battles. The caches of magical items and all his like loot and stuff was spent on this civil war. Eventually, there was three of them worked together for a time and they killed each other. Basically, since Manchun died, the clones have been waking up in batches and killing each other.
Right, the Clone Wars.
Yeah, for the past like some time, we thought that Manchun's been gone, like all the clones were dead. It is surprising information for you to learn that there is even one clone left. It is very surprising information to learn that there are two, and that one is a woman is like, maybe it's like a magical quirk or something, but seems odd. But you know that like things are weird with his clones anyway, so it wouldn't be like crazy out of the ordinary to learn that there's shit going on with Manchun clones. For the Zhentarim, they are scattered all throughout the Sword Coast. They're in every major city, all that stuff. The two cells in Waterdeep specifically are right now undergoing a civil war. There's the Doom Raiders, led by Davil Starsong and Manchun, and there's the main Zhentarim, the quote-unquote main Zhentarim, led by what you now learn, you thought was Urstel Floxen, but now you know is Manchun. And if there's a better way for me to say those two names, let me know.
The internet will do that.
Lad Shun and Lady Shun.
Ooh.
Okay, so as we got confirmation that they are both the heads of the two major factions of the Zhentarim, and we're currently aligned with the Doom Raiders.
You very recently learned that, yeah. Well, we can talk about that philosophically for a second. Fuck it, this is a philosophical episode. Alu, how do you feel about the Doom Raiders? Like, don't feel that you have to be allied with them just because you've been working with them, but how do you feel about them as people?
Feels connected to the Doom Raiders. Like, I know that they're still thugs, but all of the people that she's met and worked with so far, like, have good hearts, and to Alu, that's more important than whether you're a lawful person.
Yeah, I'd say generally the Doom Raiders, at least the way I've been trying to portray them, the goal was to make them feel more like not really Robin Hoods, but like early Little Italy type. Oh, did I froze again?
Oh.
I wonder why. Or no, maybe I didn't freeze. You're all just holding very still. No, you're all just holding very still.
We were captivated.
Yeah, we're just taking
it.
It's been a long time, guys. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh man. Great injury tonight.
But yeah. So they're like, they're not really Robin Hoods, but they're like Little Italy mafia, like the
Corleones.
Yes, yeah. They're not super into vice. They do more just standard protection rackets, basically helping protect stuff that the city won't, mostly working with smugglers and stuff. And the Doom Raiders got their name because they were a group of adventurers like 30 years ago. Like Davil Starsong was part of this group of adventurers that would go hunting down liches specifically. They'd go hunting lich lairs and destroying their lairs and phylacteries and all that stuff. So yeah, that is the Doom Raider side. So if you want, you can take a side in this civil war.
I think Alu has already pretty firmly established that she's taken the side of the Doom Raiders. Like, I'm Ma'am Shun all the way.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Obviously, a woman can do better than a man anyway.
Yes,
right?
girl
Like,
boss.
This was not a mistake of cloning. This was evolution. We are now a higher form.
This coming from the woman who refuses to watch The Godfather. I just want to put that out there.
Well, it's not called the Godmother, Ian.
It's not. He has the point.
Fuck it. That got me.
Love it.
So is it safe to assume that we think that a Manshun is probably at Kolat Towers? He's probably operating out of there. If we just picked up one of his goons,
You think so? I mean, so there are, like, for transparency's sake, there are a couple places that you've identified with the Zhentarim. There was this place you just raided. There's a place called Yellow Spire, which you've, like, heard about. And then now you've recently heard about Kolat Towers.
okay.
Not too metagame, but if you notice, Kolat Towers is clearly, like, part of the map from the beginning. If that is anything of a hint to you versus a place that, like, I made up. like the secret Xanathar's door. That may not have been originally part of the campaign.
or might have been a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think that, sorry, go ahead, Danny.
Oh no, I was just gonna say if you want to follow that up and strike first, or at least maybe go scout the towers out.
Strike hard, no mercy.
We got some time to think, time to plan.
Yeah, I think that we should not hit the Kolat Towers before we get rid of Stilgar. However, I do think it's probably a good idea to send a message to Yagra and Ma'am Shun, basically saying we have the information you requested.
If done correctly, no can defend.
Cool. Yeah, and they Manchun probably doesn't know their people's been picked up yet, so they don't know that we know.
Yeah, and I mean, you didn't leave any witnesses, so it would take a while for them to, like, learn what exactly happened there. Though they might think it's an actual, like, city raid or something.
Yeah, and they definitely wouldn't know that we know that the locket and the location of all of those things. So
Yeah, so you're going to the awning portal to let Yagra and the rest of the team kind of know what you've learned.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ma'am Shun seems really interested by this information. I think she kind of breaks down some stuff that she has learned. Get ready for another freaking info dump.
So dumb.
She says
So many dumps.
what she's learned is that the Zhentarim's team kind of consisted of 3 lieutenants, whereas Ma'am Shun has Davil, Yagra, and what was her name? Tashir. Her kind of 3.
Tasha Yar?
Yes, maybe.
No, she's a character from
Tashlin.
Next Generation.
Well, it's close because her name is Tashlin Yafira.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
no, that's why I remember Tasha Yar also. So she said Manchun had 3 lieutenants, and you've already killed one of them. Looking at this pass amulet, she says probably each of his lieutenants and some of the other important people had one. Ursula Floxen was a lieutenant. So is someone named Agorn Fueco. And Vivette Blackwater. She says that she has, like, with your information, she helped identify some different outposts, and she believes that she has identified a second place, which is visited by Agorn Fueco if you want to capture one of Manshun's higher up lieutenants. And she relates to you the old tower of Yellow Spire, which you've heard about before. She says it's occupied by Banite priestesses who are allied with Manshun. and she knows it's a teleportation, or sorry, she has suspicion that there is some sort of teleportation magic involved because she's seen the same person enter it twice without leaving. Like, someone comes in, days later they come back in, but her scouts have never seen them leave. Or there's some sort of secret exit or something.
Interesting.
And she says Yellow Spire is actually it's nearby. It's in the castle ward.
Well, I mean, if we check that out, because we might need more amulets to be able to get into Kolat Tower.
No, we just walk in one at a time, toss it back.
Yeah.
True, yeah, the amulet could pass through the barrier.
Yeah, you could slide it.
We just all hold hands, doesn't that work?
Yeah, don't break the chain.
Or everyone put it around your neck like a giant sweater.
Yeah, find a jeweler to extend the lace on it and just wrap it all around us.
Vivette Blackwater.
Yeah,
she says no. She's heard of her, but she doesn't have any concrete information about Vivette.
Got it. Okay. And Ursula Foxen, we killed, or blah, blah, whatever his name was. We killed him.
You killed him, and at the time, I think that was during the massacre. You didn't at Growlhound Villa. I don't think anyone searched his body because you were still killing other people at the time, and then the cops came in.
Whoops! Did we miss something important?
Well, he probably had an amulet.
Oh my god.
What? Hannah, what's
Why
up?
do you do this to us?
Why do I do what?
He probably had an amulet.
It's alright, we don't need it. We have one now.
Yeah, it's don't think of it as like a linear series of events you have to do right. It's a whole world, and depending on your choices and actions, things happen in a different order. That's okay.
Well, it's sitting in evidence somewhere.
Could be sitting in evidence somewhere.
Yeah, we do have friends, but I don't think we need it.
If we can get a second amulet, that'd be great. But I think with just one, we could get people inside.
Yeah.
Do we know where the Yellow Spire is? It's in the map.
It's in the castle ward.
Yeah, I don't think I have a spot for it on the map, but we can say it's somewhere around here. No. You'd be able to identify the tower because Ma'am Shun, like she said, she's had people watching it. She'll be able to direct you to it if that's where you want to go next.
I mean, we definitely want directions.
Annie's so blurry.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's weird.
But-
Annie, you need to focus.
That's just who he is. He's
setting.
blurry in real life. He's like Bigfoot.
Yeah,
I think
Bigfoot is blurry.
History check on these Banite priestesses. What do we know about those?
I don't know, man. Let me just make some shit up.
Roll some dice for effect, and then make some shit up.
Yeah.
We're pushing Cameron to his lower limits.
Bane. Okay, I'm assuming if they're a Banite priest, they are a follower of Bane.
Of Bane, yeah.
Which is weird that there's a. I guess it's got to be a secret. Bane is an evil god.
Yep.
He is part of
One of the Dead Three.
Yeah, he's part of the Dead Three.
Yep. Shout out to Avernus.
He's all about like domination and conquest and.
Yeah.
You basically, I think, Ali, you know enough that you
He's like an
feel
evil
like
Spartan
you have
god.
free reign. If they are a worshiper of Bane, you feel like you have free reign.
He ain't
to,
good.
Yeah, arrest him, do whatever you got to do.
I thought he was a like Lieutenant Talia al Ghul, but whatever.
Yeah.
Boo. Does anyone else have any other homework they want to make me do, or do you have somewhere you want to go?
Yeah, Cameron, what's the mud flats? I just saw those on the map.
Can you tell me about the phlogiston out in space, out in wild space?
I overheard
happened?
someone at a bar talking about the Crystal Citadel. Tell me what's the Radiant Citadel about?
Oh my god. Can you explain to me the lifespan of a mercury dragon or a steel dragon?
What's it mean to be a spelljammer?
I just love how on our map there's secret Xanathor's door. I just love the irony of something on a map being called secret.
Well,
Secret.
that's like that. It's
We
not
found
actually.
that.
Yeah, it's somewhere where like I'm imagining one of you marked it on the map where you found it.
Yeah, we did. I
We
remember
found it.
doing
That's
that
why
once.
I just love that idea.
Yeah,
The secret thing
Yeah.
that's on
the
the map.
secret thing is here.
Yeah. X
It's
marks
not
the
a
spot.
secret anymore. I think that before we, go have, Roland and Fen push each other's shit in as that sounded.
Yeah, can we maybe roll that back a little bit? I don't.
Take two.
Stays in.
I'm gonna let you know that's not what I'm planning. I don't know about. I mean,
I'm sorry.
Wilhelm, you get the Fed gets a call from Wilhelm. Hey, buddy, are you ready? I got a bunch of lube here. We're selling tickets to this sex show, man.
this is the second time you've referred to lube today.
Yeah.
True.
We
Fucking
should
gas
make
leak
some plans
episode.
with Mansoon on, like, what, if anything, she wants to do for not tonight, but another evening.
She says, "Well, I mean, time is on our side here. I think if we act quickly, we'll be able to, I would say, roll up whoever's at this yellow spire, and then before there's a chance to react, we'll invade Kolat Towers. If we're able to get some more amulets, then I can have strike teams positioned to support you going into Kolat Towers."
Like, a sneaky mission for some evidence lockers. Alright, put that on the list. More amulets.
Do you remember who raided the Growlhounds? Was it the Order of Silver Fist, or was it someone else?
Yes,
That's-
it was the Order of the Gauntlets. Everyone in the city raided the Growlhounds. It started out with the Growlhounds. Erstal Floxen's team came in. You guys followed his team in. The Drow, Breg, and Dareth were shooting at the house across the street. It was being monitored by gazers from Xanathar's guild. And then the City Watch and Order of the Silver Gauntlet, and everyone came in because, there were fucking, gunshots in the street.
So either the City Watch or the Order of the Gauntlet have this amulet, we can assume.
And they all work, it's like rival departments. Like, even if you don't know someone at the City Watch, which Holly Reese does, but you could, Sprocket could go ask his contacts at the Order, and they could make an inquiry. Like, you could get that information pretty quickly and easily.
Okay. Yeah, because I like the idea of bringing more Zhentarim back up to raid this place.
You're not that far from the Halls of Justice.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just sort of bumming around town today, I'll go in and talk to.
So Spev, you're going to the Halls of Justice,
Yeah.
asking about the inventory. Yeah, they'll say that they actually have Erstal Floxen's things there. It's in the evidence lockers. You could go check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to. Yeah, we're working on a couple leads around the city, and I'd love to see some of the things in his possession and what you picked up.
Yeah, they go do an inventory. It's mostly daggers, black leather, a couple contact poisons and stuff. The contact poisons you're not allowed to check out because that's dangerous. But they
I
also
try to touch it.
There is a pass amulet. Did you say you try to touch it?
I try to touch it, but someone with guards trying to strong arms me and pushes me back.
Yeah, you can take Erstal Floxen's pass amulet.
Oh fuck yeah! Cool.
So I believe now Roland has one and Spev has one.
Yep.
Yeah. Should I just pass amulet? Add that to my inventory.
Yeah, it's a
Remember?
magic item.
Oh, dope.
And then I guess it sounds like you guys just want to chill until showtime at Troll Skull Alley, or is there anything else you want to do?
I can't think of anything else to do.
Yeah, I can't either.
Well, would it be worth it to give one of these pass amulets to our Zhentarim contacts if they just wanted to start harrying the Kolat Towers? Like they might be able to use it for now, or should we just hold on to them for later?
I think Mamshun would have told you, like, they have some standing surveillance around the towers, but they don't see any, like, guards or anything around the towers. If they were to enter to try and harry the security, that would just alert them to what's going on. So they would hold off until you're, like, ready to go. You can hold on to the amulets.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a big day. Let's head back to Troll Skull.
Yeah, you guys have done a bunch. I think this might be a good place to call this a session.
Yeah.
Head back to Troll Skull. Obviously, like, most of the halflings and stuff aren't there right now, but prep for this evening. Finalize the details of your plan. Fen, I'll say, JB Nevercaught gets word to you that Ott made it safely into Xanathar's headquarters, and that he made contact with Gnarl. Gnarl and a group of Duergar, like 4 Duergar, plan to come and start having drinks around like 6 or 7-ish o'clock. So you got the heads up on their presence. It sounds like Ott will be accompanying Gnarl. And yeah, it sounds like you're all good to go.
Sorry, one last thing. Do we drop Gnarl off to go to that same headquarters we already know the location to, right?
Ott Steel Toes, yes. You dropped
Okay.
Ott off at going to the main HQ.
Cool.
Down in the sewers. And yeah, we'll call this an episode, and we'll come back on the next one with the actual plan in action. We'll see if you're able to save your own skins. I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.